Hey, so my kids just made these Viking lap books because we read the Viking Quest series and we loved it. And then we did a whole week learning all about the Vikings and their impact on world history. And we decided we needed to do lap books and make them cool. So here they are. And I just wanted to show you how to do it because it really wasn't that difficult. So these are file folders, and inside them the kids have put all of their lap book little flaps and pockets and everything. And most of these I got off of the website Dynamic 2 Moms, which is awesome. They did a really great thing on lap books with lots of information and tons of great printables. They were all free. I just love it. With my kids, I just give them a whole bunch of things that they can cut out, and some of my younger ones find different things that they enjoy than the older ones. The older ones put essays and stuff in. The younger ones usually just do things that they have to do gluing and cutting and coloring. But there you get an idea. All of these were either from them or from Homeschool Share. I think off of Homeschool Share I found a link to another place where I printed a few of the lap book things. But I wanted to show you how to do the lap book Viking longship itself because it wasn't too difficult, and I hope I can inspire you to get creative. So I use these file folders like this. Easy. And I like, usually when we make lap books, we fold them in the middle like this, and the flaps line up. But for the longship, I didn't want the flaps, so I cut this off. This is what I cut off, this bit off of there. And then after I cut that off, I had this file folder with no tabs, and I open it up and fold this. I actually didn't do this, my children did this themselves. Fold this right to the center, and they make them straight. If you have a kid who gets frustrated, then you can help them, but most of them can do that themselves. Then I drew these lines on for them, a line here and here for the boat, and these lines for the sails. And once we had that, I gave them extra file folder material, and a few of them wanted to make their own dragons. Look at my son, he's 6. He made his own dragon. Head and tail. My oldest, she wasn't into it, so she didn't do it. And then 2 of my girls, kind of perfectionists, they wanted me to do it for them. So they picked out of a book what they wanted, and I drew it for them. So once they've got those and this, then I opened it up all the way and I had them paint. It's easier if I show you this. I had them paint. So they painted this, oh, she did waves, but brown here, red and white here. Some of them actually did, yeah, see, she did red and white on all of that and brown on all of that. And also painted the, painted these guys brown as well. And these little shields, we just used a spice jar and traced circles, and then they painted them all their own, whatever they wanted to do. They could color those. That if you were going to do paint, I would suggest buying red, white, and brown. And these you can use markers or whatever. But we just have a lot of paint at our house. So. Oh, and some of my kids wanted to go another step further with this to make it more authentic, and we used one of Dad's old t-shirts, and they painted the red stripes on the white and just glued that onto the lap book fabric. So I hope that gives you an idea. And then we didn't quite have space. Oh, this is awkward. We didn't have space with just this to put all of our little tabs and flaps, so we cut a lap book side tabs off again, and then we cut it this, where's my example? Okay, we cut these tabs off, and then we cut right through the middle, right here, And that's what this right here is. Then the way I like to attach things in lap books so that they easily fold is with packing tape. And as you can see, focus, I leave a space in between the two pieces of file folder so that it is a joint, so that it folds easily. And for the dragons too, the kids wanted to be able to fold them in to put them on their shelf and put them in their portfolios. So we just left a space between the two so that there was a joint. And I think that's everything. You've got to check out Dynamic 2 Moms. They really have done an awesome job at compiling information, and I don't necessarily follow what they have because I have my own curriculum that was covering Vikings, but I just spent an afternoon going through so that when the kids, for some of the lap book pages, the details weren't things that were in our curriculum, so I was able to go on their website and see what they used to cover those topics. This one's awesome. It had cursive of a saying that was said by a monk, and they had to do their own cursive and then answer some questions based on what they read. It's just really good. Draw your Viking. So I hope this will inspire you to go out, get creative with your kids, because I don't know, I assume that these are the things that they'll remember.